Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. Baseball fans, is there anything more special than when the calendar switches to September and your team is in the pennant chase? Every day counts until it doesn't. The Cubs were in a slugfest yesterday. They pulled it out, so we're adding a Hobby Pack Series 1 Jumbo. All right, today's lesson is dedicated to number 14. I bet a lot of you will say Pete Rose, but today it goes out to Ernie Banks. That's right, Mr. Cub, and I'm going to tell the story again. I've been vending at Wrigley Field since 2003. When you first started, you're selling peanuts, hot dogs, pop. So I was selling peanuts, and Ernie Banks flagged me down. He wanted peanuts. I'm like, do I charge Ernie Banks? Does he have some kind of like magic card he shows to me that's free? Anyways, I was like, I need his autograph. I'm gonna get his autograph on a bag of peanuts. So he wrote out two Vince, Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, Hall of Fame on there, everything. So I stuck it in the back of my pouch with the peanuts. And I was being pretty careful not to give that one away, but over time, long game, selling a lot of peanuts, I gave it away to someone. I got back in the comment, it was gone. I was just devastated. Now, eventually, Jax, he did win an Ernie Banks baseball in a pack battle we were at, so we have an Ernie Banks autograph. But I've never told this part of the story. Wrigley Field, long time ago, or at Comiskey Park as well, Hope Hunt, she was a vendor, and she sold peanuts at Wrigley Field all the time, and she was silent. She would not say a single thing, but she would sell probably twice as many peanuts as anyone else. And we went to the to pay and everything, say it was like $115. You have your 20s, your 10, your 5 to pay. Hope Hunt is paying with like all these singles, $115 in singles or change even sometimes. And guys would sometimes say something and she would just stare them down. And I never say anything to her. I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but I always felt like it was a legend of Hope Hunt maybe that took that Ernie Banks autograph out of my bag, and maybe she had it somewhere. She did pass away a couple years ago, so definitely felt bad about that. But yeah, today's lesson is going out to Ernie Banks and Hope Hunt. I got Shohei Ohtani. I do got some crazy stories, folks. That Shohei should be worth $5 in the buyback. That's why I always say. There's a Wander, Bobby Witt, Cal Raleigh, Giovanni Gallegos, Noah Syndergaard. That's backwards. Any kind of, it is out of 300. So that would be an advanced stats right there. All right, pretty sweet. Noah Syndergaard on the advanced stats. Very nice. Got Bryce Harper, greatest hits. Shane Bieber. Frank Schwindel. I'm not sure where Frank is playing these days, but it is now at the Chicago Cubs. Got a Gunnar Henderson there. All right, pretty sweet to get an advanced stats. All right, nothing crazy out of there. Go through our Topps Chrome. We should have a mini diamond in this one, I believe. Looks like we do. We got Reggie Jackson. Mini diamond of Ryan Mountcastle. Baltimore pulled one out yesterday in extra innings. Alfonso Rivas, who is a Pirate maybe, I think now. And Jim Palmer. All right, it's going to go with our buyback. We finally got a decent card. A Adley Rutschman in ours yesterday. Let's see what today's holds for us, folks. Garrett Cole, Jacob deGrom, Tyler O'Neill, got a Paul Goldschmidt, and a Ken Waldichuk on the Sepia. Nothing crazy there. No, there's my fantasy football team for our contest we have going on. And Doogie's Dugout, he entered yesterday. It was a crazy morning, so I did not get a chance to watch his video yet, but I am pretty fired up to see who's going to be on his team. Just got to get those videos in before game time tomorrow if you want to be playing. Tua Tagovailoa, he's on one of my other fantasy football teams. Kenny Pickett, how many gloves do we got? 2 gloves, Kenny. That's an official Kenny Pickett card right there. Damian Harris, CeeDee Lamb, and Jonathan Taylor. Where will Jonathan Taylor be playing football this year? All right, so I did go through, folks. It's like trying to find King Tut's tomb here for this schedule that I have. So here is the playoffs, and I had to go through tiebreakers. I was driving myself crazy yesterday, but for the AFC, I'm going to be finishing up my predictions here. So the playoff teams, number 1 seed is the Chiefs, then the Jaguars, Jets, Bengals, Bills, Ravens, and Chargers. Again, I go through the tiebreakers there. It was crazy yesterday. All right, round one, Chiefs get a bye. It's Jags versus Chargers. The Jaguars are going to win. Jets versus Ravens. The Ravens are going to pull up the upset in week one, and they're going to win. And Bills versus Bengals, 4 seed versus 5 seed. It'll be the Bengals. Next round is Chiefs, Chiefs versus Jaguars. And the Chiefs are going to win that matchup. I'm sorry, no. Chiefs versus Ravens. Sorry about that. Chiefs versus Ravens. And the Chiefs will win. And then it'll be the Jaguars versus the Bengals. And the Bengals are going to win to set up another Chiefs versus Bengals AFC Championship game. Who's going to win? You got to show up to see. Class is dismissed.